Alright, so we are back, guys, with the second video of this series talking about the Sepia Bride incident that's going on right now. Um, I want to preface this video starting out with saying that, I'm not trying to do this to gain a lot of following or video views or anything like that. Really, it is no concern to me. Really, if I'm being completely honest, the reason I'm doing this is because I was triggered. I was triggered by some of the things that were said from both sides. Felt instead of bottling all that up, why not just put it out into the world, speak about it, say how I'm feeling, whether you agree with it or not. Again, I'm just opening up basically, and I know in a world of today, being a male, that's hard to do, and a lot of people forbid it. But here we are. So we're gonna start with the very first video that I could actually find of her. The title of the video is I guess called Wedding Photographer. I really don't know what the title is, but the front of the video has Wedding Photographer Horror Story Part 1. So we're gonna listen through this together. Hopefully it doesn't take the entire 10 minutes from me, but here we go.
Imagine paying almost $8,000 for a wedding photographer, and when you raised your concerns, they threatened to sue you for slander if you spoke your truth. So let's get into a little story time.
Okay, so we're going to pause right there. We're only 9 seconds into the video. First off, $8,000. A lot of people are going to be like, man, that's expensive. Relative. I mean, it's very relative. I don't charge $8,000. I've been in it for, been in wedding photography for about 5 years now, almost 6, going on 6. I've seen upwards of $20K being spent. I've seen it's all across the board, and where you value photography at is basically where you're going to feel the pay. Being that she started this video out at saying that she paid $8,000 for this wedding photography and she didn't get what she thought she should get, I'm assuming she's feeling a little... Okay, so the tornado siren's going on behind me. I think it's just a test, though, because it looks like the weather's fine out here. So picking up where I left off, so actually, she seemed like she was upset about paying the amount that she paid for, and what she got for it, she was not happy with. We're clear on that, because we know that she's not happy with the photos themselves. That's what the whole premise is about. So she paid $8 grand for it. She's not happy with it. Slander, I doubt the photographer very highly went immediately to, oh, well, if you keep saying this, it's slander. There has to be a push to really get somebody from point A to point B, in my opinion, in that. Now, it could happen. I have no idea. I wasn't in the conversation, so there's no way of really knowing. But let's continue.
So I found my wedding photographer on Instagram, like a majority of people in this day and age do. Her feed looked so bright, airy, but also had this goldenness to it, and I loved that. But the goldenness that it had still captured the beauty of colors, blue, your skin tone, etc.
Instagram, right? A lot of people find their photographers there. Found her photographer on Instagram. Did she go to the website? Did she check her website out? I'm assuming she did. I'm assuming she did her due diligence. She went to her website, checked the website stuff out there, set up a contact form, contacted her, whatever the case may be. She should have went through and done all of her due diligence and researched what the photographer had to offer, what they look like, what their look looked like. Now, she said she went through their feed. Yeah, I went through who I think the photographer is. I'm not clear exactly who it is. That's who I think it is, and yeah, they're golden photos. Now, in order to get these golden photos, this golden look, there's a specific way to do that. Usually it's kind of making it a little bit more, golden, which is in the brown area, which you have to mess with the oranges to do that. And anybody who knows about, wedding photography or photography in general, in order to manipulate, or if you do manipulate oranges, that's going to mess with your skin tone. That is one of the key, and people are like, oh, well, it's orange, that doesn't make it. We got a lot of orange and red in our skin. That's how that happens. And in order to get that color, it's going to affect it. Now, there are ways around this that she can do that with masking and all this other stuff she can do, definitely. It's awesome. She already got prints. That's cool.
Photos from our welcome dinner party the night before our wedding, and it's a gorgeous photo, right? So this is when shit gets a little crazier. Our wedding day was overcast. Nothing you can really do about that. However, a photographer should know how to shoot in an overcast situation.
I agree.
So she delivered the photos. And of course, right away, I'm like, oh my God, I love them. I love every single one of them. I'm beaming of excitement. And then for about 30 days, I'm staring at the photos and I'm like, why is there something bothering me? I couldn't put my finger on it.
So she loved them for 30 days and then wanted to change them. She loved them for an entire month and then wanted to change them. Does that not seem suspicious to somebody? To anybody? That seems a little off to me. Let's keep going.
Until I realized I'm a makeup artist, okay? I was a makeup artist in the wedding industry for years. And I did my own makeup for my wedding. And I'm staring at the solo pictures of me and I'm like, I kind of look really pale and my makeup isn't showing at all. Like my hair has these red highlights in it and I look extremely dull. So I raised my concerns to her and she goes, okay, I charge X, Y, and Z extra to edit photos. I'll edit them to like enhance your makeup and whatever. Great. So what I'm about to show you, the top photo she edited to enhance my makeup. The bottom photo was me in real life.
So she's a makeup artist, so she knows how skin tones and all that work. So
that was my makeup shot on just an iPhone picture. What did she put on my lipstick? What blush am I wearing? Like what is on my eyes, my skin, everything?
okay, the edit above looks like the photographer I found. That's that brown and gold edit. I wouldn't call it sepia because sepia is an old edit. That's how they used to add color to photos when they were like black and white in film days. So you'd add a sepia look to it. So not sepia, but brown and gold. That's kind of that editing style. I know a lot of photographers that do it. A lot of them do it well. I like it. Not my style, but I do like it. I think it looks good. It flatters her, gives her that sun kiss. I'm pretty sure her wedding happened in Florida, just from what I heard and what I'd seen in all the prior photos now, but not 100% sure.
So then I raised the concerns to her and she so kindly said, you know what, I don't think we're gonna come to an agreement, so let me send you some of the raws of that moment.
Ooh, that's a red flag. As a photographer, never send the raws. I would refuse to send raws because you don't have possibly the software to do it, to edit the raws. You don't know what you're doing with them. There's a lot of latitude in raws. They look flat completely out of camera because they're meant to retain all the data for you to edit in a specific way, so you have latitude to move whichever way you want to move for your style.
So when she sent me the raws, I noticed something. This is the photo that she sent me that I look like I have a black eye in. And this was the raw that I edited to have a brighter, more natural feel. And also I went into my eyes to make them brighter. Then I noticed this photo. This is what she sent me and this is how I edited it. Like, you could see the difference, right? Like the coloring, everything. To me, this is a better edit.
I'm curious as to what software she used to do this, to make it more brighter, to edit it the way she wanted to edit, which looks nothing like the person she hired to shoot the wedding for her. I mean, that is polar opposite. The greens and everything look different. We'll talk about that later. The skin tones look different. She looks a little redder in the left one than she does the right one. This is my perception. Obviously, color is all going to be different to everybody, but it looks polar opposite. The whites are whiter in the left edit, which is hers, compared to the photographer's on the right. That's clear. Yeah, it's a different edit, 100%. But that's what she hired the photographer to do, is the one on the right, because that's the photographer she hired.
So that brought me to look in even further to every single photo and dissect everything.
Okay, so first off, she dissected all the photos. Yeah, if you're going out and looking for the negative, you're gonna find the negative. So if she's going out and looking for a problem, she's gonna find a problem. So she found all the problems. She could pick them apart all day long because she's looking for that. That's what she's looking for. That's crazy that she would just go out and just want to pick this person apart. I don't know why she would do that. Yeah, but let's just keep going.
I then came to the conclusion that I need to reach out to her and tell her that some of the edits felt like they were a preset that was copy pasted and I wasn't happy whatsoever. Especially when I looked through further and noticed that the filter that she put made my teeth look yellow. Like, what is that? My teeth are white. What is that?
Okay, so I talked to her earlier about this. So that's the way the photographer edits. She pulls down the whites. The whites are no longer like true white. That's the way she edits. That's her style.
One last photo example. This is the ocean. It looks like we got married in Seattle. What is that? But again, it's a beautiful photo, you know? I'm not discrediting her ability to capture a moment because that she was really good at. But it was the post edit that I was unhappy about. If you want to hear what happened in the rest of the story, like for part 2.
Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it. I guess there's probably more to touch on in that video. Recorded that as quick as possible. Trying to learn this TikTok stuff because I don't know how to use it. So I'm using external software to edit all this stuff, and now I have to cut it together. So yeah, we'll talk more about it. I'll watch the next video and see what else is in there. Make sure to like this video and yeah, follow along for more.